Hey guys, I am going to do a quick review on a Baby Einstein musical motion stationary jumper. This is something that we are using daily. After we eat, we let the milk settle a little and then we come in here and we jump out all our energy. Makes nap time very, very efficient because we are so tired after we play in this. This jumper is something that I would highly recommend. We are actually borrowing this jumper from a family member and we are so happy that they were gracious enough to let us borrow it. If I would have known that Willow would have liked this jumper so much, or a jumper, I would have invested in one because this is amazing. She wears herself out in this and she is so tired for nap time that she sleeps her entire nap, and it is just so nice to be able to be in the kitchen and her be over here and entertained and stimulated by all of the activities that are offered on this jumper. So let's go through a little bit about the jumper. I'll kind of tell you some things at the end that I really like about the jumper. Let's start out by this seat here. This seat is very, very nice. It has a very high back. It's padded. I'll kind of zoom in here, go in and kind of show you the padding. Now you can still feel hard plastic here, but if I go over here to the seat, you can kind of see the thickness. As I squeeze it here, you can kind of see it's pretty thick and padded, which is nice, and it's all through here. So her little back, when she gets jumping and then she kind of rears back, that's nice that she can have that padding there. The leg holes are pretty big. They aren't so big that I feel nervous of her slipping through or anything like that. There is no harness. I don't think that there needs to be one. Now, the measurement from about the back to the top here on this very, very high back seat is, I measured it about 12 inches or 13 inches, which is very, very high and nice. It accommodates younger babies. Willow started using this when she was about 4.5 months old. They say that you can even start at 4 months. We didn't have it at that time, but I think she would have used it. We did put a little Aiden and Anias blanket here behind her to kind of help support her when she was younger. That was a kind of nice added bonus that we could do that. We don't have to do that anymore, but it did help her kind of lean her body up against her chest, up against this part here. So that is an option if your baby wants to jump like Willow did, but doesn't really have that back strength yet. So that kind of does help. The seat also rotates. As you saw me doing it, it just rotates all the way around. 360 degrees. That's really nice. It's a little tough, not really tough, but it's good that it has that toughness because it makes her use her strength in her legs to move her around. She's just now starting to move a little bit, so she hasn't really rotated until this point, but it's minimal. It's not a lot. I think when she gets older, that seat will become more used. So also, this seat cover, it is removable. This is an awesome added feature. You will learn about me. I love anything removable, anything I can throw in the washer. This being said, it is pretty easy to take off. I'll kind of show you here. It has these hooks and a loop. So what you do is you take this white loop off of this white hook. And it's pretty easy to do. Now, putting it back on was a little more difficult, but definitely worth it. Hey, if she spits up on it, I don't feel bad, since we're borrowing it, because I can throw it in the washer and it's just new again. That's a really good added feature. Now, there's 4 stations, so let's start over here with what they call station 1, which is the piano. This is a really cool station. She probably prefers this one the most because it makes noise and sound. So she pushes these buttons and they'll light up. Obviously right now it's turned off. She has music notes here. They kind of move around, spin. So that's really cool. I'll show you how it turns on and off over here. Also, there's a mirror here. I'm sure you saw that. Right here is where it turns on and off. So if we turn it on to the low volume, I like low volumes. You'll also learn that about me. I do not like kids' toys that are loud and obnoxious. Who wants that when mom and dad are trying to have a conversation in the room? So we turn it on low volume a lot. And this one over here is the music. It is 6 classical melodies. So she pushes the blue key here, it'll do a classical melody. If she pushed it again, it'll do a different one. So each have 2 on their button. So I'll push it and let you just kind of hear, and I'll change the volume as well so you can kind of hear the difference. Okay, so you were kind of able to hear the difference in the volume. The loud isn't obnoxious. If I'm in the kitchen and I'm, you know, rattling pans and stuff, I usually turn it on the loud for her. So let's go to the next button. This is shapes and sounds. They also do languages. Or shapes and colors, excuse me. And they also do different languages with this. So if you push one, I'll push one really quick so you can hear.
Square. El cuadrado. Le carré.
All right. The next one is going to be just the piano keyboard. Okay, so you kind of see what's going on. The next station over here is what they call a rattle ball. It's a large rattle ball. She's not a big fan of this one. If we turn it and she doesn't know it, then she kind of gets a little scared. It kind of shakes her up. But anyways, that's a neat one. The next one is a teething station. And this is what we have here. It's like a sun and a cloud stalk. And so she can move these towards her, which is really, really nice. She grabs them. She's just starting to grab this one, but she's hit this one and kind of moved it towards her. She can't really teeth on it yet. I think she's still too young, but I think that's definitely something she will next time. This over here is a toy tray, and it's able to have the loops. So we've added a few of these loops. These right here do not come with it, but you can buy those separate. These thicker ones are the ones that come with it. So they're really, really nice. Another added feature that they have is you can kind of see these loops here. You can add toys to these loops. Those are awesome. It's so nice because I can add these little like stuffed animals here, another baby Einstein toy, and she loves that. She can reach out for them. She kind of bats them, and I think she thinks it's neat whenever they're moving like that. So that is an awesome added feature. There's 6 loops that you can add things on. So I mean, they say there's 4 stations, but there's another 6 loops that you could add toys onto. Another added feature that we don't really, obviously, since we have it on carpet, we don't really notice this, but there's these non-skid bottoms. And I'll kind of zoom in here, and I'll lift it up so you can kind of see. Do you see that padding there? It's really thick. It's a heavy duty, so it does not move. Also, they cover these springs here. The springs that are used whenever she bounces. They cover those with just a covering, and you cannot get into it. I mean, it is covered well. It is not padded. There's no padding. It's just fabric. But they will not be able, if you had a little sister or an older brother or sister that was around when baby was in here, they can't get their fingers in there and get them pinched. Now, that's the end of this review for what this baby Einstein jumper offers you. I'm going to give you 5 things I love about it. The first thing, it's entertaining and stimulating. She can sit in here sometimes up to 45 minutes. 45 minutes is a long time when mom needs to get some things done, and it is awesome. The second thing I love about it, it's easy to clean and wipe down. You will find, if you're a new mom, that is essential. Babies are messy. It just happens. That's just how they are. So it is so nice that I can just wipe this down and it is clean. Number 3, I love the high back seat. This is so great that she was so young and able to use this. It's so nice that it has that padding and that it is so high that when she sits in there, I don't feel like her head is gonna wobble around. When she was so young, I felt like she was in there secure. The 4th thing I love is the volume settings. I love that you can turn it down. I don't like loud noises in the house when I'm trying to have a conversation with my husband, so I did love that about it. The fifth thing I would have to say that I love about it would be the safety features. I think it's really nice that there's a no skid feet. If we were using on hardwood, that would be really nice. I think another really neat thing is that these right here are padded. So when she gets older and say she's just kind of leaning on this as she's not in it and she's just starting to walk and she's holding this, it's padded. So that's really, really nice. Also, these springs are padded and the seat is a very safe seat. I love that. And nothing is going to hurt her or harm her. There's no hardness that could really hurt her. Now, these are hard, but I don't feel like they would hurt her. If I had to throw in a sixth, because I think this seat is awesome and I think I can throw in a sixth feature I love, it is that these are movable, so it grows with her. That is awesome, because you know, right now she's at this stage, but in a couple months she's going to be here, and that's great that she'll still be able to use it. So guys, this is my review for the Baby Einstein Motion Stationary Jumper, and I love it. Give it a big thumbs up, and I think that you should invest in one if you decide your baby needs a jumper. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.